All that seems to be on my mind is hustling. All that seems to be on my mind is hustling. All that seems to be on my mind is hustling. All that seems to be on my mind is hustling.
What up? It's your boy, Cardinal Red, and we back for some more of that Ali Land Daily Boxing Talk, people. And today we talking Bob Arum wants to promote Kell Brook, Manny Pacquiao next year if Brook beats Crawford. Alright, y'all, so this is very interesting, man. We are approaching the Kell Brook versus Terence Crawford fight. It's this weekend, and it's interesting that a day before the fight, you would have Bob Arum come out and say he's willing to promote a fight between Pacquiao and Brook, which is it's the weirdest dynamic I've ever heard, man. You know, because Crawford is Bob Arum's cash cow. Pacquiao is Bob Arum's used to be cash cow. And you can tell that he's quite salty. He's not promoting Manny Pacquiao anymore because, in my mind, I think Bob Arum truly thought Pacquiao was done. You know, he was done with the sport. You know, politics were gonna occupy too much of his time for him to be a cash cow. So he tried to move on. But what he realized is the fighters he had left, they're not the best in the world, really. You know, because he's making up these fights. And he's seeing now that Vasil gets beat, which was one of his cash cows. He has a possibility that Brook could take down Terence Crawford. There's a real good chance Kell Brook is going to win this fight. I know a lot of people are counting Brook out, but Brook is not a he's not a fly by night fighter. You know, he is a solidified 147-pound fighter, and by his physique, you should be able to tell. He's in some of the best shape he's ever been in, and he's ready to go in here and go to war with Terence Crawford. So I find it ironic and interesting at the same time that Bob Arum, Terence Crawford's promoter, is saying, you know what, well, if Brook wins, I'm willing to promote Pacquiao versus Brook for 2021. You know, as Brook's next fight, or as Pacquiao's upcoming fight it should raise a lot of eyebrows about how Bob Arum conducts his business and how Bob Arum tries to stay relevant, because, and especially it should raise eyebrows for Terence Crawford, because he should be like, man, why is this is my promoter, why is he saying this, why is he willing to kind of count me out before the fight even happens? I think Bob Arum is no longer truly confident in the stable of fighters he has left, and Terence Crawford really is the only 147-pound fighter he really has left who's making a splash. You know, there's a chance Teofimo might move up, but besides Crawford, who else can you name on Top Rank that's has a real name at 147 pounds and can give a real shot at the current title holders? You know, nobody really, except for Terence but Crawford. And I think Bob Arum, I think he's afraid that there's a possibility he could really lose this fight. You know, I think I think he probably feels like, well, I should cover all bases. If there's a possibility, if there's a real possibility that Kell Brook is gonna win, you know, why not get into the Brook fan base? why have the opportunity? Because I believe Kell Brook was signed to Bob Arum at one time. I think all welterweights at one point were signed, except for a few of the current ones that are on PBC, were basically under Bob Arum at one time. But I think him and Bob Arum, I've never really heard him say anything bad about Bob Arum, so I'm sure that they would have an open relationship as far as him being Kell Brook's promoter. I know Kell Brook just left his last coach, and he has a new guy who's coaching him with his boxing technique now. So, I think he's open to new things and maybe trying to make take a different direction. I'm not sure what his contract is with the Zone. I know he signed some type of contract with the Zone when they first blew up and started taking off. But I just find it really weird and really interesting, the timing of this news. And this is according to World Boxing News. So let's check out the article real fast and what they're saying about Bob Arum. Arum, speaking with Sun Sports, says he might look to match Brook with superstar Manny Pacquiao next year if Brook can do what he says he'll do. And that's pull off the biggest upset win, then defending the WBO welterweight championship. Arum says he tried to make Pacquiao-Crawford fight in the first quarter last year, only for that to get messed up by the coronavirus. Now, like I said, man, it's real interesting, the timing of this, so he must already be in talks with Brook. There must be something already going on, because it would be crazy for that to happen. What happens to this Conor McGregor fight? There are so many fights out there to be made surrounding Manny Pacquiao's name. Everybody wants a piece of this Pacquiao train, and it's great for Pacquiao promotions. It's great for promoting him. It's great to keep his name alive, but it's kind of hurting him at the same time, because which direction does he go? And he's having this issue with the WBO and them trying to strip him of the title. And but you got all these guys. You got Errol Spence, you got Terence Crawford, you got Conor McGregor, you got Gervonta Davis' name coming up, Teofimo Lopez's name coming up, Kell Brook's name coming up. You got all these guys who want a piece of Manny Pacquiao before he exits boxing. No shade to them, they're doing what they're supposed to do, but at the end of the day, where does Pacquiao go from here? You got your Danish, you guys. I mean, the list goes on and on. Where does Pacquiao go from here? Does he try to make the Teofimo Lopez fight at 140? Does he, because it's interesting that maybe this fight will be made. Maybe he'll just drop the super title and go fight Teofimo Lopez, take all those belts if possible, and just go into retirement. Go fight Conor McGregor and then go into retirement. That's possible. I'm seeing that as being a possibility now. Or does he take the harder road and say, you know what, I'm going to fight Errol Spence or Terence Crawford or somebody of that caliber and try to unify the welterweight division? Where does he go from her, man? Let me know, man. Does Pacquiao need to fight Kell Brook if Kell Brook wins this fight? Can Kell Brook really win this fight? Is Bob Arum crazy? Is he just talking reckless again? Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, man. Hit that like button for me. Please subscribe. Tell a friend. Tell your dog, your cat, your fish, whatever you got, whatever pet, man. Let them know about Ali Land Boxing Talk. Trying to grow the community. Always believe in yourself, man. Your dreams can come true if you work hard. It's your boy Cardinal Red, and we out of here.
Negative, nothing further.
All that seems to be on my mind is hustling. All that seems to be on my mind is hustling.
Negative, nothing further.
All that seems to be on my mind is hustling. All that seems to be on my mind is hustling.